The following program contains language, images, and/or subject matter that may be objectionable to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for The Media Zone with your hosts, Ed and Dave. Tonight, a look at this week's new film and DVD releases. And the chance to win free movie tickets with the Poster Pears game. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave!
Hello and welcome to the Media Zone. And Dave here. And Dave with you. Is it Thanksgiving this week or is that next time? 22nd here.
I think that's later. What?
Next week.
Next week.
Is it an early Thanksgiving this year?
This is later.
This is a little later.
It's later. Is it the fourth Thursday or the last Thursday?
Seems to be the last Thursday, doesn't it?
I forget what it is. I don't know what the rule. I don't know what the rule
What's the
is.
Thanksgiving rule?
All I know is it's time to have turkey, watch a football game, and fall asleep.
Right, with your tryptophan.
All right.
And watch Thanksgiving Day, a bloody feast.
A bloody feast.
If that was ever made, you could watch that. There was a Thanksgiving movie made with a killer turkey, which I believe I have. Maybe get that out for Christmas. Remember we were talking last week about teacher, what's her name?
Zephyr Teachout. Are we going to discuss, first of all, that we have films?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's set everything up.
We
forget to do that.
We have 3 films. We have Allied, Moana, and Bad Santa 2.
For those of you who've been waiting for
Right.
Bad Santa 2.
And game later on.
We got a game.
Possibly give away some movie tickets. And some possibly going over some deaths. How sad. And the DVD releases and all that stuff.
Yeah, we have Walking Dead to go over either this week or next week. Or the next week, whenever we need some time. And you have some stories. So we have a lot of material to do.
Right.
But we just want to recap quickly because we started it at the end of last show. The Zephyr.
Zephyr?
Is that her name?
Zephyr.
Zephyr?
Zephyr Teachout.
You would think I would know from all these ads. We know she's a lefty. Those were some of the last words we heard.
Right. That she wants to raise everyone's taxes and blow up the world.
Right. It was like sequels of ads.
Yes.
We would see her talking about nobody wants taxes or whatever.
Right. That's crazy. Nobody wants that.
And then he would come back with an ad where she's saying she wants no cap on the taxes.
Right.
Is that what it was?
And she likes the Iran deal. And it has been successful.
And then we got an ad with her saying that, and then it was cut off mid-sentence. But she said it was successful, but no period was at the end of that. And then we did have one nice ad from John where he turns the heat down in the house. And then the wife does a nice piece of acting.
That has got, I mean, man, you could have a piece of wood do a better acting job. That was awful. Just awful.
And then after that, it was back to the attack ads with the explosions and things. So saying she's a lefty, I guess she's the Democrat, because nobody says what they are anymore.
Yeah, they don't say it, but they just list it at the bottom, like if it's a commercial done by the Democratic committee or the Republican committee, because if it was done by the individual, they would say, I'm so-and-so and I approve this message.
Right.
But they usually, if it's not done by that person, it's by their respective committees.
Remember one of her early ones, she was out on a boat driving around? Those were the happy ones before we got into the attack.
On this end, we have Albany. Down here, we have New York. And my opponent is a crony from New York. He's a lobbyist. He's this. He works for the big companies. Well, whatever.
Well, it'd be nice to find out which one won. That we don't know as we're taping the show. But
despite it being about 2 weeks ago, we still don't know.
People may not know either, though, because remember the dreaded presidential election where we were counting Chads at this point after the election. So who knows what's going to happen or what happened. beginning of the month. But we'll move on now from the elections
All right.
to Allied is our
Allied.
first one.
A film no one will go see.
Oh, jeez.
And I'll tell you why, because no one cares about Brad Pitt's films these days. They're just interested in his divorce. They probably look at him a little differently now, thinking, is he a child beater? Is he an abuser of some sort?
Oh, no.
What is the story? Is he being investigated by the FBI regarding an incident on an airplane? Is he a horrible father? What is it with Angelina Jolie? Is she a nut job? I don't know. But this is a Brad Pitt movie, and it's called Allied. And let's get to it.
And it's a Robert Zemeckis movie, too, which we used to enjoy.
Did we?
Looking
Back to the
forward
Future?
to Back to the Future and all the special effects.
And since this is a short read, and what's her name? Marion Cotillard, whatever her name is.
Uh-huh.
She, right there, is the woman being so-called accused, perhaps, of the breakup.
Is that? Because she looks a little like Angelina Jolie there.
A little bit, but yep, that's her. The French, you know, these are French actresses. They don't care. They shed their clothes at the drop of a hat. Eva Green, another one, showed us all her goods in many a film. And up close, too, by the way.
Jeez.
And I don't know the name of the movie, but it'll come to me. All right, here we go. Allied.
Green?
Ava Green.
Yeah.
With Michael Pitt was in it.
Two-word title, I can't recall now.
But anyway, here's the film. Allied. Brad Pitt. Blah, blah, blah. The story of intelligence officer Max Vatan, who in 1942 North Africa encounters French resistance fighter Marianne Beaujour, or Beaujour, or Marion Cotillard, on a deadly mission behind enemy lines. Reunited in London, their relationship is threatened by extreme pressures of the war. I didn't know that war had pressures, Ed.
It does.
And probably also threatened by Angelina Jolie. But
She looks a little like Angelina Jolie, except she has her little dot a little more in the middle of her head. I think Angelina Jolie's is over one eyebrow.
all right. If you want to hold a minute, I have to open my drink.
Okay. Ooh.
Ah.
Yeah, that's his...
Oh, look at that. That is right. That is right in the middle. That's like a target.
Yeah, they should take that off if they're actresses.
That's like right where you would put the little red laser dot when you're about to shoot someone.
Right. Yeah, I see a little bit of effects in here, but I guess Robert Zemeckis doing different things now. This is like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, because where he met Angelina, because the wife is accused of being a spy here.
Oh, that's
And
right.
there's that kind of thing, and he's going to have to kill her if she's a spy, and so it's a little the same subject matter.
See, these marriages, Ed, they cannot sustain for actors and actresses when you get these attractive people acting, and even ugly people, quite frankly,
Jeez.
acting together in a film, and they have to be love scenes or perhaps very emotional. They become attached to each other, and they are almost forced, Ed, forced, once the cameras are off, to go have sex.
Jesus.
They're forced to do this. And you cannot hold that against these people. If you have two attractive people, even in the films, they have to do nude scenes.
They have to rub against each other.
Yes, like Stallone and Sharon Stone
jeez.
doing a shower scene, and they're rubbing, and the bodies are all touching, and the parts are touching, unless they got a merkin and something else going on down there. But then when the scene is over, they have to have sex for real. Why don't these people understand that? I don't. I mean, I get it. I mean, Ed, you and I off screen many a time. Many a time.
Many a times.
Over these 30 years.
Oh, Jesus.
We're so close. We feel we must do things once the camera's off. It's only understandable.
Right.
So I don't.
We are willing to learn. We are
Yes.
not homosexual, but we are willing to learn. Classic line from Harold Ramis there.
But there you go. So I just think that this thing is just all blown out of proportion.
Yeah,
Go have sex with Marianne Cotillard or whatever you want to do. It's okay.
I remember the Sylvester Stallone and Sharon Stone one, though. They weren't doing a lot of rubbing. They were very well posed
Were
to
they
cover
angled?
up certain things. Somebody's leg was up, so you didn't see, I think Stallone's leg was up. You didn't see any part of him. It was a very stiff love-making scene, as I recall.
No pun intended there.
Right. All right, I guess we have a Disney film now.
Oh.
It's good for... you sure this isn't Thanksgiving tomorrow? Because I thought this one opened up on a Wednesday. No. You'll have to check that in between.
Check it out. He's got his smartphone over there.
I don't think this is Mona. I think this is Moana.
I like Mona better.
You like Moana better? Starring Dwayne Johnson, Jermaine Clement, and Nicole Scherzinger. Who is she?
She's one of those singer girls.
She on Dancing with the Stars. She was in the...
She was in a female singing group.
Yeah, what was that group?
I don't know.
The something girls. 3,000 years ago, the greatest sailors in the world voyaged across the vast Pacific, discovering the many islands of Oceania. But then for a millennium, their voyages stopped, and no one knows exactly why. Moana, or Mona, whatever,
We'll go your way.
is an adventurous teenager who sails out on a daring mission to save her people. What's that?
2 days from now.
2 days from now is Thanksgiving. I thought this opens on a Wednesday for some reason. During her journey, she meets the mighty demigod Maui, who guides her in her quest to become a master wayfinder. Together, they sail across the open ocean on an action-packed voyage, encountering enormous monsters and impossible odds. And along the way, Moana...
You're combining my version with yours.
Yeah. When we see the movie, Dave,
Right.
we'll know what the actual name is. Fulfills the ancient quests of her ancestors and discovers the one thing she's always sought, her own identity. PG for peril and some scary images and brief thematic elements.
Oh. Now, this Nicole Scherzinger, but she was not in the Spice Girls, I don't think.
No, what the hell were those?
I can't think of the name of it.
Centerfold Girls or something.
Look it up over there, producer.
I don't think you're... If you put her name in... I know she was on
come up.
Dancing with the Stars.
She'll Wikipedia somehow.
We're going to the realm of monsters. Don't worry.
You think this is called Moana? Moana? Moana?
Moana, I think that's it. Yeah, Hawaiian. Moana, that's what it was.
This Thanksgiving yet in 2 days.
2 days, you can take when the kids start giving you trouble at home after the Thanksgiving, you bring them out to the movies.
And then, when you're done with the movie, go shopping because all the stores will start to open up.
Yeah, I think the malls will be open. There are some stores taking a stand.
They have reverted back.
Mall of America closed.
Oh!
Wow.
It really should be closed because I remember we did go out to the mall and all it was apparently the folks that don't celebrate. And this is not politically incorrect or anything, but it was a lot of Asians and Indians.
Oh, no.
Were out at the mall because apparently they don't celebrate.
Now, you're talking Indians from India or Cherokee?
The Indians from India.
Okay.
Not Chief Wahoo from...
Not Chief Wild Eagle or the Hakawi tribe?
You know why the Indians didn't win the World Series? Because they have that very politically incorrect Chief Wahoo as their character image with the big teeth and the red skin. That's why they didn't win that, Dave.
Is that why?
That's why. They got to get rid of those.
That's why the Atlanta Braves and the Washington Redskins will never win. Because the Braves do the tomahawk chop.
Oh,
and they all go, oh.
See, that was okay in the 20s whenever things started up.
And then the Redskins, of course, you can't have the Redskins with the war paint and, whatever.
Which is worse, the Redskins, the Braves, or the Indians?
I'm going to go Redskins.
That's a derogatory term.
Right.
Now,
the Braves, I don't think is that derogatory.
What's their symbol? Do they have a bad Indian symbol?
I think they might have an Indian symbol. I think it's more like it's tomahawk is like their main symbol. But they do the whole chop thing with the song.
And then the other one has Chief Wahoo with the politically incorrect one feather sticking out of his head and the teeth. So they're all in their own way politically incorrect.
Yeah, I think the Redskins would be the worst.
That's probably the worst. They each have their own thing. They have the bad name, the bad tomahawk, or the bad mascot.
It would be like a team in Italy called the Milan Wops.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that.
You can't do that these days.
You can't do that.
Yet they won't change it.
Who's in the Braves? Just the A.
Braves.
And the tomahawk, yeah.
Yeah, if they got rid of that tomahawk thing, they'd be all right, maybe.
But you got to stop the fans. and singing the Wahoo song.
When they were coming up with the names, why were there so many Indian things at the time?
Well, I don't know, Ed.
Even Colony Central had the Raiders with the Indian on the horse.
Well, the Siena Saints used to be the Siena Indians.
Oh, yeah?
And they changed it to the Saints.
Yeah, see, they were way ahead of their time.
The there's a team in basketball, the Washington Bullets. No longer. It's a bullet. Can't even be a bullet anymore.
Oh, no.
Now it's the Wizards.
Oh, jeez.
The Washington
You got the
Wizards.
Warriors, no?
Golden State Warriors. But I don't know. That doesn't necessarily Indian related. That's a general term for a strong fighter. Oh, he's a warrior.
It's also the name of a 79 movie with
Oh, bad movie too.
warriors.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more film here tonight, Dave.
All right, who's doing this one? Me?
You do this one.
Bad Santa 2. I did enjoy the first one.
You did.
I didn't love it, but it was, after a couple of beers, it was pretty funny. Oh, boy. Billy Bob Thornton with a hairpiece, Kathy Bates, Tony Cox, and Christina Hendricks.
Oh.
Fueled by cheap whiskey, greed, and hatred, Willie Soak teams up once again with his angry little sidekick, Marcus, to knock off a Chicago charity on Christmas Eve. Along for the ride is the kid, chubby and cheery, Thurman Merman, a 250-pound ray of sunshine who brings out Willie's sliver of humanity. Mommy issues arise when the pair are joined by Kathy Bates as Willie's horror story of a mother. Really? She can't be that much older than him. Sonny Soak, a super butch, super bitch. Sonny raises the bar for the gang's ambitions while somehow lowering the standards of criminal behavior. Rated R for crude sexual content and language throughout, and some graphic nudity.
Oh, that means a winky, right?
Means it could mean a winky. Some winky, someone's winky.
There was a lot of F-bombs in the Red Band trailer, so I didn't include that. And also some bosoms, some flashing
Please
of bosoms.
not Kathy Bates.
No, a little girl elf. Hopefully it would be her bosoms. I don't think she's... Now, those are real, right? And
Who?
this woman here who was on Mad Men, I don't know.
I never saw Mad Men. Couldn't tell you who it is. Is that Christina Hendricks?
Yes.
I have no
They
idea.
appear to be real.
Why? Were they shown?
They were never shown except cleavage.
Oh. Well, how can you tell by cleavage? Sometimes I guess you can tell by cleavage.
Yeah, they're awful big, though, if they're real. Which he even comments, Bad Santa comments.
R, maybe?
Oh,
This is
yes.
R. Hard R.
Hard R.
I guess I'll have to
It's,
watch the original.
It's like a pirate R. It's more of a R.
Kathy Bates in the American Horror Story. Do we like this season of the American Horror Story? That they're doing something a little different.
It's good.
But it's a lot of blood and stuff. They're doing the, the haunted house shows where they go into a haunted house this season.
I've never seen an episode of that either.
The only thing I miss about this season is because they set it up like an opening to an actual show. I missed the opening credits with the theme song this year. Do, do, do. But it's good so far. It's going to wrap up in a couple episodes, and then we'll see how that is. Let's see, where are we at? We have DVD releases, Dave.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about this Westworld show.
Yeah,
Is that on HBO?
that's on HBO.
Oh, I
so
won't be getting that.
I'll get it when it comes out.
All right, I wouldn't mind seeing that. The Mechanic, Jason Statham. Jessica
Alba,
Jessica Alba,
Tommy
Tommy
Lee
Lee
Jones. Uh-oh, high def.
No, boy. Not
And
his best
Michelle
friend.
Yeoh.
Yow!
Didn't they-
Revenge is a dangerous business.
Didn't they do a mechanic without him in it? With a different mechanic?
Charles Bronson?
No.
Didn't he do a movie called The
He
Mechanic
did,
back in
yeah.
the 70s?
I think that's what this was a remake of, the first one.
Ah.
And then I think there was one without him in it, and now this is Resurrection, which is not resurrecting the character because it's flopped.
Oh, no. Ooh, War Dogs.
Jonah
Miles
Hill.
Teller. Why, who is Miles Teller? He's Vinny the Tasmanian Devil.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
How about
From
that?
last week's movie. And Jonah Hill.
This did all right. Nothing exciting.
It looks like Fat Jonah.
Yeah, he got heavy for this one.
Did he do that on purpose, or
He
was it
did.
just... Oh.
He said he won't do it again, though. It's too tough to come back down.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, Chud 2? Is this an older one?
This is from the 80s.
Okay, because I remember the original Chud had John Hurd.
Mm-hmm.
Cannibalistic, humanoid, underground dwellers.
This is Bud the Chud, whatever that. I didn't see any of the Chuds, did you?
I saw some of the first Chud, but I couldn't sit through more than a half hour of it. Chud. To Live and Die in L.A.
I only threw this one on because this reminds me of the early days of screen scenes. Remember we had the poster on the early set, Dave? And
Really, you're asking me that question?
it seems we did a lot on it for some reason. I don't know if Bill was in the video vestibule doing it.
That was with William Peterson.
And music by Wang Chung.
That's
Chung.
what it was, yeah. There was a lot about this then. Reminds me of 85 for some reason.
Car scene crash.
Didn't they also do Dance Hall Days, Wang Chung?
Yes.
Faces of Snuff.
Now, this is one of those very low-budget films.
Really?
Yeah. And it reminded me of something we did a couple of weeks ago, which I said, it's probably a horrible film, which I saw some of the reviews, and it was. But I kind of like the cover, and it looks an awful lot. Go ahead a little bit. And it looks an awful lot. It's got to be the same artist from that Exorcist the Fallen we did a couple of weeks ago.
It's the same artist who did the 70s Tales from the Crypt or Terror comic books. Faces of Snuff. Is this like based on a snuff film?
I guess so. Who knows? It's kids in the in the woods with a camera. Well, I think we have time to look at the recent celebrity passings.
All right, let's do that.
Which I had to find a new site because the one woman, the Dead People server, she used to be up to date and have everything. I think she might be dead because she's not getting all the names
It could be.
anymore. So we have to go to Wiki Deaths,
Oh.
where they have too
They
many
list
deaths.
everybody. Everybody from every country. Tom Hayden. Heart problems.
Boy, that was some nose. I
Yeah.
guess he had it back then. Do you think he was a drinker? Look at the nose. He looks like Carl Malden. there.
Oh, I don't know, but it's quite the proboscis.
What was he
Very
with
bulbous.
Jane Fonda in the 70s, was it?
I don't know when he married her. 70s, 80s? I don't know. Activists. Activists together.
Yeah.
Pete Burns.
You spin me right
round, baby, right round.
He wasn't a bad-looking guy there, a little effeminate as people were in the 80s.
Yes.
But what? He turned into almost, remember that woman who wanted to look like a tiger?
Yes.
Apparently that's what happens. They get these giant lips.
Yeah, the band was called Dead or Alive, and he's clearly not alive, but I just don't understand why people think that looks good. I don't know.
I know Michael Jackson never got the lips looking like this. He tried to reduce his lips.
Those almost look like those fake wax lips you buy at the dollar store.
He's got the same hair as Michael Jackson.
Don Marshall.
Oh, from Land of the Giants.
Land of the Giants, which still plays on like Get TV.
Yeah, on clock changing night, they had one running from 1 to 1:01 or something.
Oh.
However, they changed their times. This was a toupee here? Remember we saw him, that Star Trek one, you can see the telltale sideburn there. Remember we saw him at the Chiller show a while ago, producer. You went down, there were supposed to be a few of the ladies there, Deanna Lund, but she was not there, so we talked to Don Marshall for a few minutes, who was in 3 episodes of The Incredible Hulk, Dave.
Was he?
Yeah.
All right. Kind of looks a little like Johnny Mathis. Chances are, 'cause I wear a silly grin. Who the hell is this guy?
John Jackerly.
Oh my God.
He was a horror movie host in the 60s.
Okay.
We never got him here. I think he was on Channel 11, but he was at the Chiller show every year, propped up like down here,
Yeah.
except for the past couple. He did not make it, but he was always there. I didn't get his autograph or a picture because I didn't really know who he was, but he's a popular...
Looks like Andre Agassi got his bald head up against him there.
Jeez.
But I don't think that's him.
I think I was one of the people that paid $20 to have their picture taken with John Zachary.
Oh.
Zachary?
There you go, the deaths.
There we have. And since it's time now, maybe next time we'll talk about The Walking Dead, but it's game time right now.
It's game time, and I'm going to see if I can do this. It's time for the Post to Pears game where you have sent in 2 numbers from 1 to 5 via 1 to 6. I can't even get the numbers right. Via email, you send in 2 numbers from 1 to 6. We select your entry, reveal what's behind the 2 numbers you give us. If they match, you win 2 free movie tickets. If you're right on the wheel, we will spin a wheel and you can win up to 10 tickets. Or you could lose them. And as Ed takes a sip of water.
I don't think I've talked about the illness I had in between the last taping and this taping.
No, you just said...
I should do that if we have time.
You just said upper respiratory infection.
Yes, thanks to all the co-workers at work who cough and sneeze all over the door, which I try not to open. I go the long way around in there. But something got me, Dave.
Well, I'm sorry. David Madison.
Okay.
Mattison. I don't want to say Madison. It sounds like Oscar Madison.
Yeah.
But it's Mattison. 1 and 4.
1 and 4.
1 and
Here
4.
we are at the big board.
1 and 4.
We're going to do 1 and 4.
David Madison.
There's 1 is the web series, which was 1 last time, I believe, or the
Yes,
first
it
one
was.
we pulled over.
It was.
And 4, if it's the old up and down ploy,
No.
which is not this time. Remember, we promised you the web series, but I did get that illness, and we couldn't tape that scene, Dave.
Oh, no.
We were all set to go.
Well, you were.
What?
I'm just saying. I would have been, but...
You would. You weren't ill. You haven't been ill yet
I
this
haven't been
season.
ill, but... Yeah. I generally don't get ill. But anyway, folks, there you go. He didn't win. Sorry, Dave. But if you want to enter, send an email to MediaZone95@gmail.com. That's MediaZone95@gmail.com. Send us 2 numbers from 1 to 6. And if we select your entry and we reveal what's behind those 2 numbers and you win, they match, you win 2 tickets. If you right spin the wheel, you could win up to 10 tickets or 0. You know, life's a crapshoot. So there you go.
We should have brought King Kong out for a Halloween show. It takes a little effort, but I forgot.
Let's do it. Bring him out now.
Maybe we could put a hat on him for our Christmas show and bring him out.
There you go.
Depending. I'm going to try and see if we can get Michael down to portray Santa for Christmas.
Is he allowed out of the house?
He is, if his work schedule works out, he's going to come down.
I just want to let you know, Ed, an old boss of yours is soon to be retired.
I heard that.
Did you? All right.
Yes.
Was that told to you prior to my arrival
Yes,
here?
it was.
I happened to see the old boss a couple of weeks ago. Well, by this taping.
Yes, we were recently friended on Facebook, too. Were you friended?
Yeah, I was.
Huh, I guess
was.
he's preparing for his retirement fun on Facebook.
Little does he know that it really doesn't matter if he's friends with me or not. I do nothing on Facebook.
No.
I do
Same
nothing.
here.
Nobody does any. I do things. I mean,
Ed puts stuff on this. Anything that changes on my Facebook page is because of you. I don't know. I haven't done anything to it since I basically signed on to it.
Oh, jeez.
All right, but there you go.
There we go. So, happy Thanksgiving, because it is Thanksgiving in a couple days.
Go get those glass heads before they're gone.
Before they fly out of
Fly
there
out of
forever. We'll see you next time as we count down to Christmas.
That's
Here on
the
the-
Hallmark Channel's tagline.
Oh, no, is it? And so we'll see you next time.
The Media Zone has been a Cable 2000 production.